Hello Leo, welcome to your reading. This is going to cover from now until the end of 2024. What you see here on the table might happen tomorrow, or it might happen the last day of the year, anytime in between. Okay, let's get started. We're doing charms, tarot, and oracle today. We'll start with career. You do have, let me see if I can pick this up. You do have the Five of Wands here in reverse as your tarot card for career and finances. And this is Saturn in Leo, obviously fire. And it represents the end of some sort of conflict. This conflict could be within you or in your life, but it's focused on your career. So you could be having conflict with other people about your career. You could be having conflict within yourself about career. You do also have the donut right next to it. The donut charm could be temptation, right? But it also means that your needs will be met. So you may be tempted to go on a certain path that you should maybe rethink, or you can be rest assured that whatever it is you're going through as far as conflict is going to end, and that your needs are going to be met. What's interesting here is that you do have the Seven of Swords here, and it's like you would be right dead center in this reading. Anything close to the center is extremely close in proximity, therefore close time-wise, right? So this could be happening as we speak. You have the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords classically we know is Uranus in Aquarius. It's strategic in this instance, for sure. It could be behavior that you're exhibiting that is kept very tightly under wraps. You could be, some people say it's sneaky. Sometimes it is extremely sneaky energy, but I think in this instance, it's you, especially with your career, being strategic in some way, keeping things close to the chest in some way. Right dead center, you could be doing this as we speak. This could be something that's coming up very, very soon if you're not. Here in your social life, / others, is anyone outside yourself. Could be people surrounding you as far as friends, could be family, but mostly it is people that you socialize with. Could even be work socialization people. You have the Chariot here. The Chariot is Cancer energy. You could be dealing with some sort of Cancer here. Wow, okay. So you have this Libyan desert glass, right? Libyan desert glass is, definitely one of my favorite tektites. How do we begin here? It's a crystal of Libra, so there may be a Libra involved in this, or there may be some sort of Libran energy coming from a period of time. So something may have occurred during September or October during Libra season here in your social life. Now, you have here this charm, and this charm says, drive safe, right? And the drive safe card, the drive safe charm here is going from your social life to your love life. So this could be you. It could be someone you're in a relationship with, or it could be someone in your social circle. So it is a warning for sure, especially with the Chariot here. The Chariot could denote a car. This is also talking about a car. It's a warning coupled with the Chariot. You may have car issues or a minor accident, so care is required. It could be someone in your circle. It could be a Cancer. It's in this sector, so it could be someone in your friend group that may be affected as well. You have the Tiger's Eye here, and the Tiger's Eye is a stone of protection, right? It is a stone of deep protection. Now, in my opinion, if this were my reading, I would run out and buy some Tiger's Eye. It could be something this small. I think it should be something this small. Wherever you buy it, and I'm not selling anything, so I'm not trying to sell you anything here. Wherever you do buy it, make sure it's not Temu, make sure it's not some eBay store, or even some of the Amazon stores can be sketchy. Wherever you get it from, make sure it's real. Otherwise, it'll be pointless to buy, okay? Don't go for the cheapest thing. This, in and of itself, is not going to be expensive. It's very small. But if you carry it with you in your car, you could wear it in a bracelet form, a ring form. If you might have Tiger's Eye already, and if you have it, wear it. If you don't have it, keep something this small in your car, especially. This is a car thing. This is definitely a vehicle thing. Keep it with you in your car. It is a light warning. It is something you can avoid. definitely do that. Definitely. All right. I'm feeling it very strongly. So here in your love and relationships, you have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So the Queen of Cups in reverse is could be Sun in Cancer, actually like a Neptune in Cancer type thing. Could be any water sign, but more than that, it could be someone of any sign that you are deeply involved with, that you're in a relationship with. It's in your love sector. You may be unhappy at some point between now and the end of the year. You may be dealing with someone who's needy, who's emotional, who's sensitive. Maybe they're going through a period of time where they're all those things. Maybe they're not normally those things. But it's here for a reason. It's here as, I'm not going to say it's a warning, but it's sort of like a nod to say this too shall pass. You may be going through some problems. And the reason I'm saying it's going to pass is because you have the wishbone. As a matter of fact, I want to go back here. I did not do what I was supposed to do over there, and I really want to. You have a wish will be granted. So here in your love life, whatever it is you're going through between now and the end of the year, you're going to end up on top here. You have the paw. And this could be a relationship you have with an animal, a dog, a pet. If not, it does represent loyalty. So you're with someone who may be going through a challenging time. They are loyal to you. You may be very loyal to them. You also have the compass, and the compass is, you may be feeling lost at some point this month, and it goes with what I was saying, but it is temporary. Okay, it is very temporary. This car thing, this car warning, borders on your social life, others, and your love relationship. So this could have something to do with either, and it's going to be different for each Leo. Now, all that said, I did forget these oracle cards. Remember when I said the Libyan desert glass is a stone, a crystal, a tektite of Libra, and I said something could have happened between September and October, and here we have, to back this up, the card of September. So there's something that could have gone on to set something in motion here. Seems like a whole different situation other than the car thing. There is something that might have went on in your social circle, your friend group here. And here in your career and business, remember when I was saying you were keeping something close to the chest, there was going to be an end to some sort of strife. You do have the basket. And I'm really sorry I did not pull these cards when I was supposed to, but you have the basket here, and it says recognition or rewards for merit. So whatever it is you're keeping close to the chest here, Leo, whatever it is I want to say kind of being sneaky about a little bit, strategic, sneaky, whatever, I do think it's going to pay off. Okay, so that is good news. This is a double whammy type thing where you're being warned about some sort of car issue. I would get some tiger's eye if you don't have any. And if you have some, please either leave it in your car or wear it all the time. And there is something else that happened within your social group, your friend group in the month of September. It may have branched into October with this Libra sign here, for sure. Now, you do have the wishbone here. So whatever problems that are going on in your love life, think of them as temporary because the wishbone is present for you here. Okay, so let's move on and keep these cards into consideration. I get very wrapped up with the charms. Here in advice and guidance, you have the Four of Cups in reverse. Now, coupled with the charms, there's a lot of meaning here. So the Four of Cups here is Moon in Pisces. Could be any water sign, right? Could be Cancer, could be Scorpio. It could be obviously it could be any water sign, but between the Moon here and the Moon here, there are things going on, and this is advice and guidance. There are things going on that isn't very clear to you right now to form opinions about. I don't know if that makes sense to you at the moment, but it will before the year is finished. Now, the Four of Cups in reverse, you are or will be emerging from some sort of rut. You may be in a rut. This is in guidance. So if you're in a rut presently, or if you have been in a rut, this is you emerging from that rut. And the guidance, there is guidance here, advice telling you not to worry about that. You're not stuck in this rut indefinitely. You have the wing here, and the wing, the angel wing, is you being protected by the divine forces. Divine forces could be anything. It could be the universe at large, like I always say. It could be your angels. There's a lot of angelic power in this reading. It could be God. It could be your ancestors, someone who's passed over, who's watching you, you know. But you do have the never give up. I mean, this is coupled with some amazing charms. You have never give up, and this never give up is attached directly to the Saint Michael, Archangel Michael medal. So you are being, I mean, listen, Michael is a warrior, right? He's a warrior angel. He's symbolized with the sword and the shield. He goes into battle and he's very, very protective. So you have very protective energy around you. You have here, believe in love. So you may go through a period of time here where you may not believe in love, or you're feeling you're having some problems in your love life. But like I said, more than once, this is going to be temporary energy. So if you're going through this presently, please take hope. This is definitely temporary energy. This is all really good advice. I really love this for you. Now here in your cards, you have the arrow. This could be Sagittarian energy for sure, but it says you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So you are in a winning situation, and the moon, at least in this deck, represents changes in your life. So you may feel a little foggy. Things may not be very clear to you. You may feel like you're in a rut, but that is going to change. It is going to change. And before the end of this year, you're going to see that change, Leo. So take heart. Moving on to spirit and self, you have the Six of Cups. And, you know, the Six of Cups is a beautiful card. The Six of Cups can mean many things. It's Neptune and Scorpio. It could be thoughts of the past, how things were for you as a child compared to how they are now, how the people in your life were as a child compared to how they are now. Thoughts of being, this could, for at least one of you, be thoughts of being reunited from someone from your past. And you may be looking, for still others of you, you may be looking for the perfect time for a career move. This could also represent a gift from family. It's a positive card, no matter how you look at it. And you could be thinking, Leo, that what you wanted as a child as compared to what you want now is very different. Now, in the spirit and self sector here, on the border between spirit and self, meaning you and your family, is the father card, the father charm, I should say. I keep saying card because of the shape of it, but there could be a father figure here in your life that, and it's close, very, very close to you. So this could be happening soon. It could be that your father will become involved in something. It could be advice. It could be your father has passed away and he is the angelic guidance that you're receiving. But it looks like you're going to be receiving some sort of a thing, whether it's advice, a talk, help in some way. And it looks positive. It really does. It looks positive. Here in family, all right, well, before we get there, I don't want to skip over these cards again. It is money. Like it says, a path with money is waiting for you to find it. And this is in yourself. You may be very, very focused on your future, and you may be comparing it to what you wanted for yourself in the past. It very, very well could be that. And your father, if he is alive and you do have a good relationship, or a father figure, could be an uncle, anyone that acts as a male grounding force in your life, could step in and have this talk with you about your future. It looks that way anyway. Here in your home and family, you do have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles could mean many things. It is Saturn and Capricorn as far as astrology goes. Now, this could mean many things in the home and family segment as sector. It could be hidden grudges. You may have hidden grudges towards a family member. Somebody may have hidden grudges towards you. Your financial security may be an issue until 2025, or at least at some point before 2025. And we see that here with the money, right? And so because it's coupled with, you see your father, it could be coupled with something to do with your father here, for sure. It could have something to do with that. You could hope, and you also have the courage charm, and the courage charm, especially because it's upside down, you will exhibit some form of courage that your family, could be your father, it could be some male aspect of your family that may not have seen in you, or they may be surprised to see in you some form of courage and confidence or something like that. It's positive, but it looks like your financial future here is on the table. Now, for others of you, it does look like there's a family member who may you may hold a grudge against, or someone may hold a grudge against you. And this dragon card is telling us to beware of self-delusion. Now, this self-delusion could come in the form of you thinking about your future with money, or it could come in the form of you deluding yourself into believing that this person is something that they're not, a family member. Very, very possible here. This could also represent Year of the Dragon, if that's where when you were born, if you were born in Year of the Dragon. But it is a potency. For sure, dragons represent potency, power, but also delusion. And being in the family sector, I can't help but think that there is something that you're not seeing, or something that maybe you didn't see. Especially you have the Six of Cups here, thinking about the past, thinking about how things used to be as compared to how they are now. There could be someone that has changed. There could be someone that, unbeknownst to you, is not the same. Maybe you just don't see it very clearly here, Leo. There's so many messages here in these very few charms and cards, and I've tried to cover all the bases, but it looks like for many of you there's going to be different things at play. Now, in your health and well-being, you have the Ace of Swords. And if in this particular sector, this is Saturn, it could be Saturn in any air sign, right? Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but and that's that Libra thing again, right? The clarity. Yeah, the clarity. You have here the Ace of Swords for health anyway, because it's under health and well-being. You may get a power surge to drive away any bad habits. That sword cuts away any bad habits that you may personally look at and say, I've had enough of that. That's not helping me. I'm cutting that out, or I'm adding this. It looks like you're being very critical. Now, for others of you, and I think it's maybe just for one of you, this could be an indication of a minor surgery from an injury, right? Doesn't necessarily mean anything big, but it could mean that for sure. You also have the phallic symbol, and ironically, this phallic symbol is made out of tiger's eye. Tiger's eye came out again for you. I really would, if either wear the tiger's eye that you already have, or if you're going to buy one from a reputable source. It does not have to be fancy, like I said, and wear it. You're being told over and over again to wear it. It is a very protective stone. Here you have the sign of Taurus in charm form, and the Taurus, you could be dealing with the Taurus. You yourself could be very stubborn. Taurus people can be very stubborn. Or you could be dealing with someone who's very stubborn. But what I think about here too is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is representative of Taurus, and it is breaking free from something. You could be trying to break free of something here. And there's a masculine energy over and over again on this table as well. The phallic symbol is obviously masculine. The father symbol is masculine. There is definitely, especially with the Taurus symbol there, you could, at least one of you could be trying to break free of a family dynamic. The dynamic doesn't have to be terrible. It just could be something that's not for you. It could be you want something different. That's all. Now, let's look at, and you do have here the forest, right? Muddled, unclear thinking. And traditionally, forests the symbolism in forest is freedom and lack of order, right? Where the Hierophant is total order and very strict abiding rules. A forest would be the opposite of that. So there's at least one Leo out there that's trying to break free of a certain way of thinking that has been instilled in them since they were very, very young. There is something going on here within a family that has been instilled in a certain Leo since they were very young, that you may be starting to see someone for who they are. That's possible too. Now, moving on to your finances, you have, ironically enough here, you have the Hierophant here in reverse. That's interesting. That's really interesting. We talked about it. That's Sun in Taurus. It's that restrictive energy, right? You may feel boxed in. You may feel limited. The three concepts of this card in reverse are self-assurance, transgressing established rules, and ingenuity. And the ingenuity is very close to strategy. You may be strategizing in a way that is foreign to your family. You may be, there's something going on here that's different from how other people operate in your family. It just is. Now, you also have the Star card here. two major arcana here in your finances and wealth, and the star card is in reverse. Sun in Aquarius. You know, obviously there may be an Aquarian in your life that's important, has something to do with your finances for sure. But with these energies here, you're able you're able to resolve any issues with money. It seems as though you may be having them. Okay. The first thing is to evaluate to see if what has always worked for you is working for you now. And if not, rethinking, developing a new plan, a new strategy before 2025. And it's very important with these symbols and these cards to stay optimistic. Now you have the eye here in reverse, and this is psychic ability. Trust your intuition. You may not be using your intuition enough. You may not be trusting your intuition enough. I think that it's key somehow in this reading. Always fascinating. Always fascinating. Now looking at your oracle cards here, you have landslide. The landslide, symbolically, it's like a metaphor for some sort of fear that arises when we confront our past. The past again. When we confront our past and attempt to rectify something. It could be a fear of everything caving in on us. It could be that subconscious fear, which is why it's important, especially with the star card, to stay positive. You also have the Knight, and you know the Knight, it says triumph over adversity. I'm really glad I set these cards out in front of you. You watch me shuffle and deal them out. So this way you know I'm not trying to choose a happy ending for you, right? I hate readings like that. But what's interesting about the Knight, right, is it does represent courage, selflessness, but what did we say? Look at what's in this picture. You see the sword and the shield. That's what we said, that Archangel Michael is symbolically always depicted with a sword and a shield. Beautiful. Very interesting. Always very interesting. Now let's, I'm going to pull 4 of these cards. Aquarius sort of set the tone for these cards. I was only going to pull 1 or 2, and I've been pulling 4. You're my third reading. Give me 4 for Leo. 1, 2. You fell. 3 and 4. Let's see. We have, in no specific order, we have ancestor guides. I'm telling you, there's something guiding you. It doesn't have to be your ancestor. This could be, listen, if you have any belief in angels, if that is your thing, this is confirmation. You have something here guiding you. It may not feel that way, but and look, oh my God, what did I just say? You have assistance, Leo. You have assistance. You also have here deception and temptation. Well, it could be that 7 of Swords energy that I was talking about. Not necessarily deceptive, but something you're keeping to yourself. Also, this could represent that person in your family circle that you have to kind of rethink. Very, very possible. And here we go. We talked about your soul's purpose. We didn't use that word, but we talked about the fact that you may be breaking free of certain norms that has been instilled in you since you were very young. Let me pull one of these cards to represent the rest of the year for Leo. For Leo, represent the rest of the year for Leo. This guy looked like it wanted to come out. Whoop! The World! The World, closing a cycle. You're closing a cycle this year. You are. You're moving on. You're closing a cycle. That is the end of the story for something, and it's a positive ending, and it's a positive new beginning, and it looks like, you know, you're learning lessons about people in your family, people in your life. It looks like you have a couple of warnings about being careful when you drive, or other people being careful when they drive. But you need Tiger's Eye in your life. And, you know, just like I said, make sure it's real and you're good. This is a beautiful reading, Leo, but it looks ripe with lessons. I wish you all the best, and I will see you next time.